strafing the curvy canyon roads of SoCal and letting it hang in some hang. This is a road and track test of the all-new zx10r. Well, we finally have a new zx10r. After all, Yamaha kind of kicked everyone's ass last year with that R1. And you know what? No one is more aware of that than Kawasaki. They haven't updated their superbike since 2011. But Kawasaki's got a new Ninja for 2016, and they come back on top. They're claiming a lot of improvements for this new bike, and I cannot wait to ride it on the racetrack. But right now, I got a plane to catch. Hit it!
That means you're stuck with me. And, wouldn't you know it, a 2016 ZX10.
This new bike has a lot going on. We're not just talking about those World Superbike graphics. There's an ultra-sophisticated gas-charged, massive Brembo brakes, an updated engine and frame, quick shifter, 5x IMU, and all electronics. Impressive stuff, yeah, but how is it to actually ride?
So, impressions of the new 2016 ZX10. You might think it looks familiar, and it is familiar, but they have changed a lot of stuff on this bike. The first thing that's noticeable, the seat height. They've raised it almost an inch, and the peg feels much taller in the back, whereas the old ZX10 felt kind of slung out. If you compare it to, say, a BMW S1000RR, that bike has a real narrow seat, but it's very cushy and low in the rear. Whereas Yamaha's R1 has a really wide, stiff seat that's very tall. The Kawasaki's kind of in the middle. It's comfortable to ride on the street, but you feel like you'd be in command if you were on a racetrack. Another thing that seems familiar from the old ZX10 is the really tall gearing. Now, lots of superbikes have tall gearing these days, so it's not really a big deal, but because the ZX10 doesn't make class-leading horsepower, you gotta rev it up to like 9,000 RPM before anything happens, even with the new lighter engine internals for 2016. When you do rev it up though, there's a sweet quick shifter. Say, it might not be the smoothest quick shifter on the market, and it does not have the auto blip downshift like Ducati and BMW have, but it's a really nice feature that Kawasaki's added, and it's a lot of fun to use. One of the big ticket items on this new 610 are these big Brembo brakes, 330 millimeters. That's up 20 millimeters from the Tokiko system last year. They work really well. We have no complaints, but considering it was such an upgrade, it's hardly noticeable. I think it says a lot of the old Tokiko system that the other bike had. Another thing that's all new in 2016 for the ZX10 is ride-by-wire throttle, which debuted on the H2R last year. It seems like Kawasaki's having a little bit of a struggle getting away from throttle cables, if I'm honest. It's kind of herky-jerky in the twisties when you're on the throttle, off the throttle, and then back on the throttle. It's difficult to modulate no matter which of the three power modes you're in, and that's kind of a bummer. The ride-by-wire throttle might not be perfect, but Kawasaki did do a good job on some other things. The mirrors, for one, are really nice. They actually show what's behind you, which is more than can be said